Nice.
Hi, my name is Andrew Zebrun III, and I'm here with Mary Cowley and Valerie Magrino, and we're going to do a show on tarot today. And we just got a new topic for discussion about new souls from Mary Cowley. So take it away, Mary.
Nice.
Okay. Thanks, Andy. I was just saying, I had met someone in our life who, honest to God, was a new soul. This was about 6 or 7 years ago, and we were friends with her for 3 years, and I had to put up a boundary. But I've never met such a new soul. Everyone I meet is an old soul, even babies. Like I can hold a baby and I'll be like, oh, you've been here before. Hi, welcome. I'm like, this person was so new. Like I kept having to touch her. Like, are you really real? Like the things that would come out of her mouth. And I'd go to my husband. I'm like, she's really here, right? Like she's so new. I don't know how new people are going to survive this. What do you think, Valerie?
Yeah, I feel that way too, because throughout my life, when you meet somebody and it's like, oh, wow, is this my soulmate? Or like, there's a lot of talk about the twin flame souls now. And that gets me. Like even with Edgar Casey, I remember reading this when I was in my teen years. And it was Edgar Casey Soulmates. And we actually, when we come into, I guess, relationships, there's always that deja vu kind of feeling, I guess, from.
Oh yeah, like you've known them forever.
Yeah, like we
or
were attached or at some time.
yeah,
like,
or
I would
people
love to
just
find
repel
out.
you.
Yeah, like what was going on in my past life? Why do I feel in this life that I need to fight for the truth, for this? Something must have happened.
I'm gonna pull your card on your past
Yeah,
life.
after I like that. Yeah, I'd like to know.
Yeah,
And even
I'm gonna pull those while you're talking. Go ahead.
cool, thank you. I got to meet Sylvia Brown. Do you remember her?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she was really nice. And it was interesting because when I worked at a doctor's office, one day I was talking to her producer and she was kind enough to say, hey, yeah, have as many tickets as you want. I invited my dad, my aunt, and another friend that lost a son. And we were sitting in the audience. It was for the Montel Williams show. And she actually answered my question, which was really cool. It was in regards to my brother. And we taped it and everything. It was interesting. Then I got asked to be on her pay-per-view. And this was right before I got engaged to my husband.
Yeah.
And the question I asked her was, I was afraid of dying young because my mom was only 39. And I always had like that, oh my God, when something good is going on, I felt like self-sabotage, I guess is the word now.
Yes.
And Sylvia Brown said that. She goes, oh, honey, don't think that way. You're going to live a really good life. And, you know, you're going to have a traditional marriage. I said, is he my soulmate? And she goes, oh, kinder soul. That was the word. She says, that's your kinder soul. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll roll with that, you know, because I knew. And then within like a couple of days later, we got engaged. But I knew, and we both knew, like, right? Like, you know, with your spouse.
No, your
when you're in
past
love.
is so freaking interesting.
Yeah.
So freaking interesting. Yes.
So cool.
So in the background, I got the Chariot card, which means that you've traveled through many lifetimes. You were a pillar of strength. You got like so much going on. You got
really? I gotta write this down.
The world. Okay.
Cool.
You got the Chariot card, which means you've traveled, you've lived many lives. One of them might possibly be Egyptian. I only say that because the two lions have the Egyptian headdresses on it.
Yeah.
You were full of strength because I got the strength card. And you went through many lifetimes because we got the world card in the center. So you've been through like every cycle. You're exactly what we need right now.
I'm a 9. Yeah.
You're supposed, yes. And then, then you got the 6 of Wands, which is like the gateway card to everything. And then just going forward, just because I pull cards going forward too, we're going to turn on the dime because you've got Wheel of Fortune in the very near future. I keep getting that. I feel like Tarot by Janine. Everybody I pull, I keep getting this Wheel of Fortune card.
Yeah.
Because we're
That's a
all
good
going to change. Then we got the King of Wands, which to me is good guy, like good guy.
Nice.
You're one of the good guys. And then we're
Yay.
coming into the Sun, which means like it's full of new opportunities and
Yes.
joy and prosperity. Very childlike. We're going to go back to like a childlike existence. And to me, that just means, to me personally, I get that gut feeling like you just don't got to worry
Right.
about anything. Like you won't have to worry about money. You won't have to worry about big decisions. Like everything's just going to come
It
full
flows.
circle. Yes.
Very
But
good.
again, you have lived so many lifetimes. That's amazing. I wanted
Cool.
you were like an Egyptian princess.
Maybe.
one of them.
Wow.
Do you
That's
have Egyptian in you? That would be fascinating to know.
Yeah. Because it's either that or something to do
And
with
you were-
World War II.
Yeah,
Because
you were super strong. It could be, you got the military card in there. So you could be like that night, but that was upcoming. The Knight of Wands is a military card. You could have been,
Wow.
but you've been through
Cool.
so many lifetimes. You've probably been through every war we've ever had on the earth plane that we know
Yeah.
about, you
That
know,
and
and now
The
preparing you for
Revolutionary
this.
War, I feel
Yes.
connected
Like I
with.
think I was in the Civil War and everything.
Yeah.
Like always just knowing I've been here through multiple lifetimes and being raised Catholic.
Yeah.
Like you're taught, oh no, it's just one lifetime. I'm like, no, that's not right.
Mhm.
It's just not
Not
right.
true,
Like not
right?
true. So I'm so fascinated the books from the Bible are getting brought out again.
Me too. I got that one too. I got the Q book. I got
Yeah,
the
I
two
gotta
of them.
buy that still. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good. And I did get the Mel K one, the Benevolent of Evil or something. Banality
Yep.
of Evil one. I just started it. Interesting.
And I want to do the Trinity of the Holy 12 that Bryce talks about on her
Yes.
channel.
Yes,
want
with the
that too.
12 book. I think that's called. Yeah, that does look
Yeah.
good. Tobit, I think, right? There's
Yes,
something.
yes, I believe that's it.
Tobit.
I'm not positive.
And I think
She would have it in her descriptions under her videos.
yeah, I gotta look on there. And the Giants, that was
Yeah,
on TV,
and
the other day.
The
On
Giants are
History
real.
Channel.
I'm
Mhm.
just saying they're real. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of stuff makes sense online. Andy and I were talking about the flat earth before, which I'm not sure of, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's a spinning ball going
Right.
at 800,000 miles an hour.
Mhm.
But those pictures where they have some mountains that actually literally look like someone's sitting on a throne, I'm like, that I can
Yeah.
buy. Or like someone's boot. I'm like, yeah, I really do think giants lived.
Could be. When we were in
And-
Hawaii, in Maui, I want to say, we drove the road at Tahana, and
Yeah.
that has the sleeping giant. And it
Yeah.
is, it's the mountain, big, looks like a
Yeah,
giant.
they got back from
It was
Maui.
awesome.
They literally just came back last week. So
Wow.
got
It's
pictures
awesome.
from that
Oh,
volcano
I
up
miss
there.
it.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you get to eat it like the boat house?
I did not go. My sister brought my dad for his 80th birthday. So they just went. They're very asleep. They're very asleep. So I just let them sleep.
Yeah.
It's okay. They had a good time. You
As
know,
long as they had a
double
good time.
max, everything. So, you know, go along with the plan, go along with the system.
Yeah.
And I'm just, no, thank you. You know, I'm
I feel the same way. I know. I'm in a league of my own.
well, not anymore. See,
But not
welcome,
anymore.
welcome to the league.
I appreciate it. My soul family. It's
Yeah.
good. That's exciting.
Well,
Wow.
it is.
Valerie, would you like to pull some cards for us today on
Sure.
current events? What kind of current events would you like to
I have,
find out
I'll
about?
show you these awesome ones I've been working with. Do you know of these, Mary? This is called the Angel Oracles. I love
Yes, I've only
these.
seen one person use them. So this will be fascinating.
Good, good. Now we could do, it's 3 categories. There's the yes or no. And the other one is, I think, timing. And the other one is angel messages. Let's see.
Okay, just because I want to know, I'm going to go with timing because I've never been able to pin this. I don't think you're going to be able to either,
Let's-
but let's see.
Let's try it.
When do we think the movie's going to end, Valerie?
That sounds like a good question. I'd like to know. Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know. I'm just curious because every
See,
time I
me
go to
too.
pull cards, I'll get like a partial answer. And then they're like, nope, just not going to tell you. And I'm like, all right, I appreciate that.
I've been looking it up too, and so far, yeah, there is a plan.
Oh, there definitely is. And I think it'll be
definitely
included
is.
by the end of December. I just would like to know, because I feel it energetically. Like I was telling you
Mhm.
guys, I slept for like 13 hours. I never do that.
Yeah,
And I just feel like my timeline's shifting all over the place.
I hear you. What about meditation? Because I've been
Doesn't
starting
help
to.
me when I'm like that. It won't let me
You
meditate.
can't calm
It is-
down. Yeah, I
No,
hear you. Let's see.
I get the same way.
I
Yeah,
know. Me
it's all over.
I get up late. I see you on late at 2 o'clock in the morning, right? We're all posting things. It's true. Okay. First one is up to you. Now-
Of course it is. See, they're not going to tell you.
Right? It's always a mystery.
Yep.
And it's so pretty. And these cards, they say to look into them. She's
They're beautiful.
surrounded by beautiful, it looks like her wings.
Yep.
And what they say in the little book here, because what I've been reading on that other tarot one, she says, throw away the book, go with what your intuition is saying.
Oh, you got to go with your gut. Always
Right.
throw away the book.
Right? That's the best one. And usually I agree with this because it's true. Like we're making it happen.
Oh, we are.
We need to awake more people because the more you know about the enemy, then we win, like, because that's what
Yeah,
they're
but there's
afraid.
always going to be part that aren't awoke and they get woken up. I'm just so curious to know when.
Let's see, I'm gonna check this one and then I'll do the 3.
Go ahead.
Like, let's see. This one says the end result of the situation you asked about is entirely in your hands. You can affect the outcome by taking proactive approach to solving any challenges. Stand in your own power and have confidence that you will have it and what it takes to bring about a happy ending. Don't wait for someone else to rush in and take charge. In order to come to a successful conclusion, this situation requires your unique perspective and experience. Wow. So I guess with the 3 of us, what we're going through, we're interesting, huh?
Yeah, but they're still not going to tell you when the movie ended.
Exactly. If you believe.
I believe it's going to end soon.
I hope so. Let's bring that, right? I believe.
Yep. But those cards tell a lot. You don't even need the book. You could just hold the card up. It's amazing.
It's true. It says what you need right now is faith. Oh, what?
Oh,
My shirt.
Faith.
My shirt has on, right?
Yep, perfect.
Just a little bit of faith. It's so true. You can have what you desire, but you must believe that it can be so. Stay positive. Yeah, trying. Visualize the outcome you're hoping for. Set aside all negativity or pessimism, in favor of a sunny outlook. And the law of attraction brings to us what we expect to receive. If our perception is that we deserve great things, then we will attract happiness, definitely. If we fall into doubt and don't believe in our own self-worth, then our experiences will match that energy. So believe in yourself and your cherished dreams. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but everybody needs
there
to go inward right now and find out who they are.
I love when I get this one because it always says, ask your angels.
Well, you should always ask your angels. Yes.
Been tapping into them. They're awesome. It's amazing. Yep. That's so cool. Yeah, these are cool. These are fun.
They are really cool cards. And you should always believe it. That card right there that you just pulled just reminded me of the Holy Spirit growing up in Catholic world. It reminded me of the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
Yep. Yes,
absolutely.
Right. Yep. Absolutely. And you always have to have the Holy Spirit within you so you can project it outwards to everyone else.
Yes, absolutely. I believe that. Even with A lot of animals have been coming around. We have like these two little beautiful little kittens outside. They're like little twins. They were fighting, running around, like just like frolicking. They're adorable. And I get a lot of birds. Even back in February, an American bald eagle landed in the front tree in front of my house. My husband woke us up
That's
and we went
awesome.
outside, everybody to go look at it. And it was beautiful. And there was a raven there as well. So when you have the both of them, I looked into the prophecy of it, that it's wisdom and stay the course. And then that was February when everybody was like, whoa, and what you call it was,
Yeah.
put in. And everybody was just like, what are we going to do? And I was like, I'm going to take this
Live
and I'm going to stay
life.
positive with it. And I
Yeah.
just remind everybody, remember we saw the raven, remember we saw the eagle.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
reason
you'll
for it.
always see spirit guides along the way and stuff.
Yeah. Hawks, birds,
Yeah.
birds more lately, and a raccoon. But they're cute.
Yeah.
Those little bandits.
Crows, when they
Steal
come
my
to
garbage.
me, if crows come to me, it means death is near, because they'll always
Yes.
come in threes and death will always happen in threes. Then I have to piece everybody together if we know it's
Yeah.
died, so I know who to expect next.
That happened to me, last week. And it was one crow calling, caw, and he made me go out to see him. And I
Yep.
asked, is the message, what do you have for me? And then, what do you know? And then Uncle, we knew he was gonna pass because he was on hospice, but still it was like, I knew it was coming
You
soon.
still don't expect it, even when they're on hospice. I always hold out that hope that this will be the one that just miraculously walks out of hospice. I don't know
Right.
why. Hold out hope for that always.
Right? To hope for the best, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's so true. It's so amazing. Like he was acting so good, like happy, but
Well,
he also
you have,
was ready.
you have that. My husband and I have taken to calling it, did they have their good moment yet? Because they always have that great moment,
Yes.
proceeding, like, and then a week later they'll be dead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they have like this great moment, and then like a week
Mhm.
later they're dead. And I'm like, so whenever anyone's in hospice or anything, and people are like, oh my God, they were so great today. I'm like, how great? And I'm like,
Right.
well, what do you mean by that? Like, I asked 9,000 questions. They're like, why are you asking me so many questions? And I'm like, depending on
Yeah.
who I'm talking to, I'm like, well, because they're gonna pass, but I need to know like how, like, it'll help me gauge a little bit of what they're going through.
Yes.
If they're like, oh, that's so interesting. And I'm like, oh crap. And then they'll automatically start coming to me in my dreams, because I tell everybody I'm kind of open. If you want to come to me in my dreams, go ahead. Do not show yourself to me, because I will shit bricks. Don't do it.
It's like, don't scare me now.
Yeah, don't scare the crap out of me. But I've come into contact with more people just by that. Like, I'll see a random picture on Facebook and I'm like, I had to reach out to a girl I went to school with. And like I just told you, I kind of like ghosted school. I don't know how
Yeah,
people
yeah.
remember me, but it's good. So I like
Right.
literally had to write to her and I'm like, so you posted a picture of your dad. I said, has he
Mhm.
passed? And she's like, why do you ask? I'm like, well, because he kind of came to me in a dream the other night and told me to tell you that he's fine. She's like, you're shitting me. I'm like, no,
Funny.
seriously. She's like, he just passed like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, he's fine.
That's amazing. And it's true. That has happened to me with a couple of my friends' fathers and mothers that have passed. Like, it's so weird. Like, but like, how can you determine it? Like, do you see a vision or you get the feeling? Because I get both, I think.
I get both. Like,
Right.
if it's close to me, I'll know almost the minute they die. I've done
Yeah.
it. My grandpa passed when I was really young.
Right.
I told my mom the whole thing, and 10 minutes later, her mom called and said everything I just told her. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So like, people I'm close to, I just know, but people I'm not
Mhm.
close to, like if their loved ones come to me in a dream, they literally just talk to me like I'm talking to you now. And
Yeah.
I just wake up and remember it.
Wow. See, that's my problem. I'm not remembering my dreams. I don't know if I'm
Right
not.
now, it's a really weird time. People are dreaming like crazy and no one's remembering anything. But I think it's just that timeline shift. Like everything's
Yeah.
going to change on a dime. And everyone keeps asking me to explain that. I'm like, I wish I could, but it's kind of just going to shift on a dime. I don't know how else to phrase it. Like, I don't get that it's a nuclear event. Like, we were raised Catholic. I don't know, like World
Mhm.
War III. Oh my God, nuclear bomb. I just never believed that. I thought God was
Right.
very loving. And I heard this
Yeah.
somewhere the other day. I think literally what they mean is it's the demise of the nuclear family. And I'm
Hmm.
like, you know what? You're
Yeah.
right. Like, so many parents got
Hmm.
divorced when I was growing up. Like, you never heard of that back in the 50s and 60s. You
Right.
stayed just for the kids.
It's
Like, you
true.
stayed, you worked through it, you had religion, you got
Hmm.
married Catholic, you were together forever. It didn't
That's
matter.
right.
My
Hmm.
aunt was a battered wife and she stayed with her husband. And I could never understand that. And then the church kicked her out because she didn't get an annulment. I'm like, why would you kick someone out that needs you the most?
I know. I hear
So
you.
that was kind of my done with the Catholic faith at like 10. I'm
Yeah.
super good. I'm super good. I'll go to church and sit with you. And I like the rituals because I go into
Right.
like a meditation, but
True.
I don't like the Catholicism part
Me
of it.
too. I've been
And
changing
now,
too.
yeah, look at everything that's coming out about that.
So true. Right. I can't believe it. You too, Andrew. Did you grow up Catholic as well?
Yeah, I did, but they made me kneel on rice, so I wasn't really Catholic.
Oh, you were old school Catholic.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah, I wasn't happy with that.
Did you get the ruler too across the
No,
ruler.
I
middle?
got the kneeling
Right.
on rice behind a closed door in a darkened room, all
Yeah.
alone.
Holy crap, that's
Oh,
bad.
I know. I
terrible.
think it was just as bad as the sexual abuse, but I called the lawyer and I talked to a lawyer about it, and they said, well, they don't care about that. They only care about sexual abuse. I'm like, this is physical abuse, mental abuse. It's the same thing.
It
That's why
is.
I pull their kids out of school. I'm sorry,
Yep.
but especially right now, pull your kids out and teach them at home. If you don't
Absolutely.
have the time for your kids, then you shouldn't have had them.
Absolutely.
And I don't
Now
care
it's
which parent stays home or if you got an older
Mhm.
sibling that can stay there, but you have to.
I feel the same way. That's why even with like my little podcast, I'm trying to get the word out that, listen, I get it. If you need childcare, I understand, but there are ways you can get co-ops together
Yeah,
or
circle your wagons
Mhm.
of your community.
exactly find
Like
your
wherever
tribe,
we've moved, we've
unite,
known our
and don't get it.
neighbors. Yes, get to know your
Mhm.
neighbors, see who's around with kids, like make it like how it
Absolutely.
used to be.
Yeah, I loved it. The moment we started to homeschool, it was the best because the next day, thank God for Facebook and for that sense with the um supportive, like groups and
Yes,
stuff. That's how I
yes.
found like my local crew. And once you find that, then it gets better because then, oh, there's an art class. We went to art class and
Yeah,
we
my friend
started our
owns an
new
art
journey.
studio. So when
Yeah.
when this all came down last year, she's like, I don't know how I'm gonna stay open. I'm like, due to go kids.
Hmm.
That's how she stayed open because she was considered education. I'm like, absolutely.
Yes, that was good. See, the bad thing over here now with the New York, we used to love to go to like the public stuff, the free stuff, or you pay $10 for the membership for a green belt or whatever it is,
That's not like $50.
Yeah, like it's terrible what they're doing. It's such a squeeze. Like now, oh, it's not going to affect you. No, it's affecting all of us, like to go to a
Yeah.
museum. That's what we enjoyed. Your kids and I, we would love to do the tours and stuff, and sometimes you can ask for a guided tour, but it doesn't matter. We like to do it on our own and
Which
go
is true,
different
but
places.
now all of that's like fake. So don't
Yeah.
worry about it. We're gonna
Exactly.
find what our real history was.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I know
I'm
it'd be
excited.
fascinating. I'm like just sitting here and I'm like, we're in upside
Yeah.
down land. And I'm like, oh crap, what's right side up gonna look like? This is super
Yeah,
interesting.
right. We're not going to be used to it.
We'll
It's
be
true.
more used to it than the ones who are still asleep. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, they
Yeah.
got rude awakening coming.
They
Like
do.
pulling the covers off, turn the lights on, get up.
True. Well, I don't want to wake up. I don't. And it's interesting because even yesterday when I talked to my dad, he's 74 and he just got the second one,
Yep.
him and his wife. And I'm like,
Yeah, my
oh,
dad just went for the booster. He's got 3 now.
him
So
too.
yeah, heard you. Yeah.
Oh, I know. And I finally tried to tell him, and I've been trying to text. So it may be our phones too. I have an iPhone and he
Mhm.
has the other one, the Android. But
Mhm.
whenever I try and text him a picture or information, like say something like you sent me, Andrew, and I'm like, I want to pass it on to my father, he's not getting
It'll
them.
come through as characters. It doesn't come through as the picture. They're doing it on
Yeah.
purpose.
They are, definitely. And there's some with an SMS
Yes,
connection, whatever that is.
that's
And then I
Android.
had to end up emailing him. So if there's anything important, I try and email it, attach it that way. Because
It's
I told him,
probably
I
for
said,
the
Dad, how
better.
can you not know what's going on? You were born in 48. You were a baby boomer. Didn't you learn about,
My
you know,
dad's dad was
all these
literally in World War II, and my dad's
Really?
still like totally asleep. Just do what the doctors say. He can't believe that we're not because, herd immunity. I'm like, I'm good. I'm super
Yeah.
good. Thank you for your concern. Because
exactly
that's all you can do at this point is thank you for your concern.
right?
I appreciate it.
That's what I've been doing too,
Mhm.
because it's like I can't help them, but at least I feel like I kind of dropped a seed yesterday when I told him, Dad, think about it. And I was in the medical field. I was like, you know me, Dad. How many times a year do you get sick? 2. I said, exactly. And when does that usually happen? He says, change of season. Exactly, change of season. I said, and during the holidays, right? It's not because you're going to people's houses. It's because you're eating different things that you don't, unless you really do eat like that, during the
No,
holiday
no, and you're drinking
and drinking, yeah,
sometimes you're going to parties and stuff, but for the most
right,
part, it's like everybody just gets sick with change of seasons. And
right.
every spring and fall, at least for me, my allergies are insane.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
like my eyes are
Mhm.
water, I'm sneezing, like I can't even go
Mhm.
outside without people looking at me sideways now because they're like, holy crap. And I'm like, relax, you're across the
Those
street with a
allergies.
dog.
I know, I feel you. It's true.
Yeah.
And it's like they didn't understand that they have a healthy immunity. What are you so afraid of? You've beat bronchitis, you've beat this and that.
I
Oh,
know.
but when you get my age, and I'm like, oh my God.
I know. I'm literally going to ask my cards how long people are going to stay asleep.
Go
that are
for
still
it. Go
asleep,
for
'cause
it.
I'm
Let me see
super
it.
curious.
By others.
It's a great idea, Mary.
Like, are they ever
Yes.
going to wake up?
Yeah, I like inquiring mind would like to know. How fun.
Okay, first card I pulled was the sun. So that
Yeah.
means kind of, yeah, they're gonna kind of
Good.
like being reborn. I guess
Good.
it's I can describe it. And then, hey,
Good.
guys, the Wheel of Fortune, super
Again.
interesting. Again, every reading.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, and they're going to
Cool.
gather a lot of strength from it because I pulled the strength card. Do you know how weird that is? This is like the 4th major arcana I pulled.
Oh, nice.
That's super interesting. Yeah, and it's going to be like
Good.
they're traveling through time,
Wow.
which I think we all kind of are. We're all on their separate timelines and they're going through
What do
the
you usually get when you ask, is Trump coming back? I usually get something better.
I get a yes, but
Right?
and then they usually won't tell me.
Same
No, I
here.
get yes,
Isn't that
but.
funny?
Yes. And
That's
it's like,
funny.
yes, and then strong. And I get the military card, like, and I know Trump's in charge of the military. So I kind of go with it that way. And then like, but what's going forward? And then they're like, I'm just not going to tell you, but thank you
Yeah.
for playing.
Does it? Yeah, thank you for playing. I remember the April.
Yes. And I
That
like,
was-
I'll try and reword questions because sometimes if I do that, I have to be like very specific sometimes, like, especially when Cuomo was going through his crap, I couldn't stand
Mhm.
that man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I had to ask, is it real Cuomo or fake Cuomo? Because for a while there, we had clone Cuomo. So I'm
Yeah.
like, 'cause Cuomo was off the island for a long time before people realized anything he did. So I'm like, this is super
Right.
interesting. So I'm like, President Trump. And I'm like, because there's like, they say like 5 or 6 different versions. I'm like, oh dear God, I'm going to be here all day if I have to go through
Right.
6. So I'm like, is the real one that was inaugurated as President Trump?
Yeah.
And I just get that he's in charge of the military and they won't tell me.
I hear you.
Okay.
What about with the bozo?
Oh,
I
what do you
can't
what do you
stand-
want to know about him?
When are we going to see justice
Oh, let me ask.
with
That's
him and the
a
wife?
Great question.
Oh, right?
I can't
Because
stand his wife. I don't
and
know
he
why.
thinks so high of himself that I'm gonna run.
You do
for
know
governor.
he's German.
Keep
right?
running.
You do know
Not for
he's
governor though.
Yeah, he's German.
Yeah, Wilhelm.
Okay, first card I pull
Remember?
is the first card I pull is the moon. So he's on his way somewhere else.
Good.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Good.
And he's under a lot of duress. That's freaking awesome. And
Good.
most likely because he's on the bad side of things, because that's the next card I pull.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Good,
he's
good.
wandering
Time is
around
coming.
somewhere super bad and he's in a lot of distress.
Mhm.
And he might be off the earth plane sooner rather than later.
Good, good.
Yeah. So this
That-
will be interesting. That'll be interesting.
I wonder
about-
what the new mayor coming in. Is he good?
What's his
or-
name? Do
Eric?
you know his name?
Is it
Eric.
Eric Adams or something
me-
like that? I think Eric.
I'm gonna call him
Adam?
Mayor Eric. New mayor
Yeah.
of New York City.
Think that's what he's gonna be. Yeah. And remember, he was a police officer or something, but he was for the defund police, but now he's switching tone. So what's going on?
Okay, that's the first card I got was actually the Four of Cups, which to me means people are switching or they've been
Yeah.
offered a deal in the past.
Okay.
And then we got the Two of Cups, which to me is like a sign of kind of karmic justice, like he had a choice to make, bad or
Yeah.
good, and he chose good.
Mhm.
And then you guys, New York City is going to be kind of changing. I got the 6 and the 7 of Pentacles. So that's
Right.
super interesting. So within 6 to 7 months, I think you guys are going to see, you're definitely going to see a change for the better. 'Cause I got the Star card, which is like off-world or technology is going to come to the forefront there and maybe clean things up.
Good.
Because you know how bad they've gotten, right?
Yeah.
And I got that it's
Mhm.
really bad because then I got the 5 of Wands, which literally, if
Mm.
you're used to a Rider-Waite deck, it's kind of like people are fighting over sticks for the best way to describe it. So I always take that it's like there's been a lot of infighting, let's say,
Yes.
to get this
Oh.
going. You guys are going to end up, he's totally on the good side because I pulled the King of Swords, which is a
Good.
good card. So he's totally on the good side now. After a little bit of wrestle, your city's going to come back. Give it 6 or 7 months after he's inaugurated.
Good. That's good.
You might be a lot to do with technology, which might have to do with
Yeah.
the schools and stuff, like maybe improved internet or whatever new system we're gonna go to. I'm gonna just leave it.
Good. Yeah. What are you feeling on the quantum system, QFS and all that? Is
Yeah,
this real or
Oh, it totally is real. I've gotten that before, but let me see how far away it is.
good?
Talking
Good.
to Sarah Jassar or just the quantum system?
I don't matter. I guess both because that
Well,
are
all
they
right.
the same? 'Cause
Aren't they
that's
the
where I get
same?
confused.
No,
Yeah, aren't they?
very,
linked?
they're linked, but they're different for different
They
people.
are.
Yes.
Ah,
They're gonna be different for different people.
really?
Well, there's still bad people. You can't catch everybody. There's low level bad.
True.
You get rid of them.
This is true. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the QFS system is totally controlled by the good guys.
Yes. Good.
It is very plentiful. I'm gonna say I got again the 7 of Pentacles, which to me usually works out in months, and I got the 6 of Pentacles again too, which is super weird. Okay,
Right.
so 6 to 7 months for that all to go through. There-
Good.
It's only because they're infighting. Oh my God, I feel like this is amazing, you guys.
That takes us to about what, May?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
And they've got the star technology to where it'll all be in place, but I think it's coming sooner than that. Let me ask about
Nice.
Jassara and Nasara. I'm going to ask about that too. That's going to be
good.
super interesting. Have you ever used Rider-Waite cards before?
Which ones?
The Rider-Waite, the old school decks that have like fun pictures on them. They go to the good and the bad
Oh,
cards, which is
no, I
fine.
bought
I
the
don't
other
mind
deck. I
knowing
didn't
that.
open it yet. I didn't open
Yeah.
it. I should open it. It has like the old, like the lovers, like that kind,
Yes.
that style.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's exactly
that's
what
the-
I'm. Okay, so the first card I pull, you guys, guess what it is? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
become-
Nasara
Oh,
Jassara is
gosh.
like, it's right there, you
Awesome.
guys.
Wow.
It's a very strong system. It's totally controlled by the good guys. I got
Nice.
sun in the middle, which means like new beginnings or like a rebirth, or it's going to like back to childlike existence, which to
Yeah.
me always meant like no worries. You could go traveling with your family. Like you never had to worry about bills or anything.
Yeah.
And we are time traveling because I keep getting that chariot card. But
Great.
it's ultimate victory and it's coming to an end rather quickly. I'm going to say, which I'm gonna say within 9 minutes to 9 hours to 9 days.
Yeah,
That's what the card
there's the
says.
Wheel of Fortune. I love, that's a good one.
And that was for Nasara Jasara, which to me is kind of different from QFS. So that's going to be super interesting.
That's
I'm wondering
cool.
if it's just going to be bank-based or people are just going to start to see things disappear off their credit
Right.
history, let's say.
I wonder. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
You're going to love this deck. It takes a while to learn, but if you know,
Yeah.
you're pretty intuitive. You should be able to get it. You could even just look at the pictures.
Right, like just get that feel and what
You'll get
it's
the
saying.
feel for it when you pull it. You're just like, okay.
Yeah.
know?
That's the thing I needed. I think you're my guide, Mary, because did you see on the thing? I told Andrew many, many years ago from that picture right here. Maybe you're my guide. It was meant to,
Oh my
to-
God. Okay. Yeah, that could be.
when Camille asked, she goes, tell me who's Valerie's guide here. You never know. And I haven't met anybody. I was thinking maybe it's my Aunt Mary, but I really was like estranged from like, my mother's side of the family, like after she passed away. So it couldn't be her. Marie.
No,
I have like a Marie, but not really like close to a Marie. I don't know. Are you always known as a Mary or Marie?
no, always been a Mary.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
Mary
like this.
Catherine, because at the time it was a big name, and Mary
Mary
Kay.
Catherine. Yes.
Yeah. So I just go
Beautiful.
by Mary.
And I
Unless
always
people
say,
call me my full name, I don't like Mary Kay. It's like I outgrew that at like 15,
it's
14. Yeah.
beautiful. That's
Thanks.
beautiful. I never had a middle name.
You see, you're the
Combination
second
name.
person that I've met that doesn't have a middle name, and I
Yeah,
think that's
I don't
so
have one.
weird. But okay,
Me too.
I picked it.
you don't
too?
have one either.
Ah,
Me too. I'm the third. I don't have a middle name.
I know that's like
wow.
our friend Ben is a third, and he's like, if I have a son, he's going to be the fourth, and he won't have a middle name either. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Isn't that something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
is
didn't
good.
have a middle name. Just when, you make your confirmation name. I picked my grandmother's, which was Leonarda, but there's no Saint. Well, there's
oh
Saint
dear
Leonard.
God,
Yeah,
that's such a weird name to pick. Okay,
right?
I
Leonarda.
picked St. Therese because I thought Teresa was a cool
Did you?
name at the time.
Oh,
I have no idea, but it turns out she's patron saint of pets or something.
perfect.
Which
You
I'm like,
pets.
that's why all the animals come to me. I'm totally
Yeah.
allergic to dogs. I love them, but they
Aw.
have to be on top of me.
Yes.
So like I'm downing Benadryl as they're like on top of me. I'm like, I love
Aw.
you. I'm like, come on, my puppies. And now my
They're the
cat's back
best.
here because I
Aw.
said, come my puppies. So of course he's back here.
How cute. I have a
Oh.
puppy too, a 12-year-old beagle. Yeah,
Aw.
Coco. She's a good girl, but I think she's sick, my baby. Because she's
Oh,
starting to get these sores like on the shoulders, and she does have thyroid disease. Imagine this dog is on more medication
Let me
than
ask
any of
about
us.
her. I'm going to ask about her. Is she sick?
Yeah, my
Can we
poor
heal her?
baby.
Is she on medicine?
Well, I give her apple quell because allergies
Okay.
and thyroid tab she takes, and they upped it. Now it's a pill every 12 hours, 2 pills a day.
Yeah. Okay, that medicine's very bad. I'm sorry, the
Right.
first card I pulled
I
is
think
the devil, and we were talking about that medicine.
It's doing something to her, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is. If you could get her off of it, that would be great. 'Cause the next card I have is the
Right.
5 of Swords, which means that it's really bad. Like that's my sending people to the, as Janine likes to say, to the spa.
Yeah, right.
Get her off that if you can. If they got another substitute for it, or if there's anything natural.
I wish I'm looking for holistic stuff. I looked
Try,
up about yucca.
try CBD.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was just going to say
yeah.
that. Drew.
That
Yes.
sounds like
You can
that.
get it at Walmart. You can buy
Really?
it at hemp, but just get hemp powder at Walmart.
Okay.
It's like $10. You can get a whole thing of it, a
Okay,
whole big thing of it for $10 at Walmart. You can mix it into food.
Yeah,
Good
it's very
idea.
good for pets.
Hemp
It's very
powder.
good for pets. And it says,
yeah,
that I got the 2 of Pentacles, so you have a decision to make, and I'm saying go
Mhm.
natural.
yes, go natural, because maybe we'll
Yes.
extend her a little longer, because
Well,
it's fun,
or keep her without pain, because hemp is totally anti-inflammatory and it might help her
Right.
sore. I don't know why I get that, but like if you make a paste of it and put it on her sores, it might bring them
Ooh.
down.
yeah. I've
Like
been
it might
using
lessen the
silver.
severity.
that silver spray, the
Don't
doctor.
do that. Don't
No,
do
no
that.
good. All
Nothing the
right.
doctor gives you.
Okay.
That's what I got
Yeah.
from the card. Sorry, but like the minute you said doctor and medicine, the devil card came up. So I'm like, not that your vet's bad.
Mhm.
He's paid by the people that give medicines. But that medicine's really bad for your dog.
Yeah.
So don't get
And
her
it's
off.
$2.30 a pill too. Go
Wow.
figure.
Yeah, get her
It's
off.
a lot of money.
She's at that stage of her life. I don't get an ending card. She's going to be around for at least another 8 months, they say.
Good.
So at
Good.
least 8 more months, but like she's going to be around long enough that I think if you take her off of this, the
She'll be
CBD
more.
is great for pain relief and for inflammation and everything. She'll be happier.
I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely gonna get it. Cause like you said, like the dosage, you think I should just sprinkle? She's like 45, 50 pounds, my
Well-
little chocolate.
Research it.
I gotta look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It should be on the bottle, or I don't
Mhm.
know if you guys have any places where you are, but like here in Rochester, we have like CBD stores. And if you go in, they're very
Not yet.
knowledgeable about everything and they can tell you.
I gotta look into it. Some are starting to pop up around here, so maybe.
You got to be
Well,
aware of the
fine.
cost too. So that's why I mentioned hemp. It's way cheaper
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You are.
because that's where they get it. Okay.
Exactly, right? Isn't it the same?
Yeah,
hemp
it's
and
the same
seed,
thing,
They're just drawing it out of the stuff.
Different parts of the
Yeah.
plant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the plant.
Give the dog the natural version, and then you won't have to pay someone to take it out of the hemp.
True. Good idea. Thank
Yeah, and
you.
I'm sure they have a measuring system on the back, kind of like people are buying ivermectin at the,
True.
country stores and just taking
Yeah.
it.
That's
Here-
true.
Here's what
Yeah.
it looks like.
So much.
Okay, that's
That-
what it looks like.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that because my baby, like, I've been feeling her and I'm trying to do a little Reiki to her. I feel the shaking in her legs. I'm trying to get that energy
Massage
away.
that out. Massage that out, or just send her healing energies and ask her angel, because she's
Yeah.
got angels too. Ask her angel that to just helps calm her down while
Yeah.
you go through this transition of getting her off the meds.
Yeah.
Because
Def-
that one meant really bad. I mean, for that card to come up right when we were talking about, you would literally just said the medicine, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because we were giving her a whole pill. I'm sorry, half a pill. And then when they told us you got to come in, bring the dog, because every 3 months they want the thyroid test to check her out. And then when he came home and he says, oh, now he upped it. Now we got to give it to her, the full pill this time of day and at night, morning and night. And she gained weight. And I'm like, but I've been cutting back on the treats. I get blamed because, my cat.
Oh,
my
I'm the same way. Our cat's diabetic and I don't care. I'm like, here you go.
Aw.
Here's your treats. I just don't care.
Right. They're
But I'm
happy.
like, I'm hesitant to even shoot him up with insulin at this point because I'm like, we'll see. But he's also,
Right.
he's a big boy. He's 13. So
He is. God bless.
yes.
How cute.
So
What
he's
color?
he is a gray one who looks like a blue Russian. Like
Ooh,
we got him when he was 9
beautiful.
months old. We let cats pick us.
Nice.
Yeah. And he doesn't go outside or anything because we didn't get him as a kitten and he was homeless. So he knows
Baby.
what it's like outside.
Yeah. Autumn found us. That's how we found our cat. It was September 10th, 2017, I believe it was. My daughter, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law came home from church. All of a sudden, there's this tortoiseshell cat hanging out over here. Comes out of the side, like where we had a little fountain. And he was like, meow, like to my father-in-law. And then
Yep.
on my welcome mat, started giving belly.
Yep.
So we came out with treats. And we've only had dogs our whole lives, both sides. And then this cat, oh my God, she like
It
chose
chose you.
us.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I
ever
firmly
since-
believe in letting pets pick you. Like even if you go to get a puppy, I always wait for the one that would come to us, or like a cat.
Right?
I would never get a kitten because I just, they have to pick me. And it's usually older cats. And the
Aw,
oldest dog that's ever picked us was a 12-year-old golden retriever who just lost her owner, but he looked so sad. I just wanted to bring him home and put him near the fireplace till he passed away.
yeah,
And I just couldn't because of my allergies. But I'm like, poor guy, he died at
Yeah.
Lollipop Farm, but he needed to be
What-
with his person.
right. And they usually do. They
They
usually go.
will
But
really
after-
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. My Peanut, when I was a kid, I had a Chihuahua. And after my mom passed away, about a couple months later, yeah, he was ready too, but he was getting older. But you
Yep.
could tell it was like, wow, why is it all happen, right? When it rains,
Yep.
it pours. Or is there something to things come in threes? Why
Things
is that,
threes,
right?
even with animals.
Even with animals. Yeah.
Yeah, like death will always come in threes, and I don't
Yeah.
know why, it just does.
It's
And it
crazy.
always goes back, like if it's a friend, it's gonna be in the friend family. If it's someone in the family, you gotta look out for family. If it's in-laws, it's in-law family.
Yeah,
If it's step family, it's step family. It's super weird how that works.
it is. It is. It's
So
so
like even if a bird runs into our window and dies, I'm like, crap, because that means
Mhm.
someone's gonna lose their pet,
Right.
like. And then it starts the threes again, and everyone will start losing their pets. And I'm like, crap,
Yeah.
I knew it's gonna happen.
It
Or like
does.
my sister will call and be like, I lost the goldfish. I'm like, of course you did.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's crazy like that. And then it's like, how do you get yourself out of that negative? It has to run its course.
It does.
There's nothing-
It's karma. It's like
Right?
what goes on us. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
like
you
what
can
we're
do
going
about
through
it.
now.
Yeah, you gotta let it be. Same thing, like when I was going through with the school with my daughter, she was having bad anxiety attacks there and crying and stuff that they would call me, come pick her up, come pick her up. And I just kept praying to the Blessed Mother a lot and
Yeah.
my angels and God. And I just kept saying, please just direct me where I need to go. Please, this is so hard. You know, like you get married, you have kids, you think you put them in a private school, a Catholic school, and think they're going to be a-okay. No.
Oh yeah.
Even with eyes on the ground.
Yes.
Until I went in to do like lunch duty and I saw how the kids were being treated. It was awful.
Yep.
Nasty.
I think that's why my parents got
Bad.
involved in schools way back then, because they
Yeah.
just want to know what was going on. Everybody needs
Yeah.
to be involved. Andy,
Absolutely.
did General Flynn tell you that?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Right. And it does start at home. It really does.
that's what
because-
Valerie said, pulling the cards. Everybody's got to get involved.
We got to all get involved,
Yes.
right? Isn't that funny? It's true.
Yeah, it is
And-
true.
When I began that journey, I felt like the old saying, God makes it uncomfortable in order for you to move, because you're not going to move unless
Oh, that's so true. I've always
it's
said
that,
that.
yeah,
People are
it's
like, this
that
is going on. I'm like,
important.
God's whispering at you. He's whispering. He's whispering. And he's going to slam you with the truth if you don't pay attention. You're going to get slammed. It's like the people who are asleep now. I'm sorry, but you're going to
Yeah.
get a rude awakening. You
It's
didn't listen.
Absolutely. I feel that it's,
And
And
it's so
I-
spiritual based that I
Mhm.
don't get that people aren't listening, because like my whole family's was raised in a church, but I go back to my mom's
Right.
old saying, they were raised in a church, but they have no faith.
right. Yeah, I hear you. It's true. Like
And I never understood that more than I do now. I never
now I
understood that so
understand
much.
it.
Uh-huh.
I do too. And I knew my mom was very faithful as well. Like she believed I actually got to experience, what's that called? When you're sick, like when the priest does the healing mass. Did you ever go to one? When
No,
growing up or anything? That the priest,
maybe I don't remember that.
they put their hand on your head and you faint. I mean, I saw people faint and I think I did too. And my mom was sick then. So it was like, I turned to her, my father was sitting in the pew and she's praying. And I saw my mother actually speak in tongues, going ba, 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 ba. And I'm
Okay.
like, Daddy, what is she talking? Why is that happening? And he goes, that's mommy. They say when you do that, you're speaking directly to God. And I was like, wow, cool. And then the moment I went up online, the priest put his hand on me, I went back.
I've
So I
never
guess I
heard
was
that
touched,
in life. Yeah.
yeah, by the Holy Spirit. And I really believe that it happened, like, is that why I see things differently from my friends, and my family members? Because they just think I'm crazy, like,
No,
oh, she's an
Meant to
angel.
be here. You lived
Let's-
several lifetimes. You're meant
Yeah.
to be here.
Yeah,
You're totally meant for this time.
That's why I like ghosts and stuff.
Oh, absolutely. As long
I'm
as they
connected
leave
to it.
things alone, I'm good. You know,
Yeah.
there's been a couple times I've had to sage after certain things where I'm like, you know what,
Yes,
get out,
it's
just get out. I can't right now, get out,
true.
you know? Yeah, but my grandparents also lived in an old funeral home. It was a great
Oh, yeah.
place to be raised. Oh yeah, it was fascinating.
Wow,
So
like
it-
at my girl, like in
It was
the
amazing.
oh,
So,
wow.
you know, I didn't know that for a long time. Because when we went there, I'm just like, okay, it's an
Yeah.
older house. And like I said, my Grammy was very hip to what was going on. She's just
Yeah.
like, don't let him bug you. I'm like, okay, but I'm floating above my crib. You know, I still remember talking to my brother in tongues. We were opposite cribs because we're only like 16 months apart.
Aw,
We
that's-
had our own little language going. I mean, it was
aw,
great,
cool.
you know? So I
Love that.
totally believe stuff like that, but I've never seen the healing thing like that. I've known people who've spoken in tongues and they try to demonize that, but it's not that. It's just you're very into, it's like meditating in your religious state.
Right. Yeah, that's great. And not everybody, I guess, can do it. It
No.
was interesting. I didn't see everybody in that place, you know,
You might
go
maybe
through it.
This could be your way of speaking in tongues by doing what you're doing.
Maybe. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Wow.
Yeah, it's another way of speaking to get people to hear.
Yeah, like that's how I always felt with Facebook. Like whenever I posted pictures and prayers and you know, before like getting to know you guys from the CC, that was me. That's
Yeah.
how I was. And people would be drawn to me and they'll go, well, I missed your prayer today. Why didn't you put one up? I'd be like, I did, but they were shadow banning. So
Yeah.
it's like, I can't stay here, guys. I told them when I was leaving, I said, I'm going on spiritual retreat, I guess. Because
Yeah, I just did that a couple months ago. I'm just like, I'm
Yeah.
out for a while because I just can't all the time.
believe
I
it.
just, yeah, it's hard,
Mhm.
you know, and people are so
They
different.
needed
and
it
yeah,
too. That's what I was feeling. I was like, they need to hear this. I'm looking through my things that I save, like Pinterest, or if I go to
Yeah.
look up about an angel or about a saint, I was big into that, and I would put it up. And a
you
couple,
can still do it because I think, you know what, I'm going to pull cards on Facebook because I
yeah, I
I
wonder.
don't know, I want to say that they're getting back to the good.
I hope so.
They let me
I-
back on. I was banned for over a year.
Did they
Seriously?
really?
Yeah, they let me back on Twitter
Okay, now I
too.
really got to ask. Let me ask.
Really?
Twitter too.
Ah,
Yeah,
Good.
interesting.
I was banned, and
Get
I
out.
recently
Hi,
I heard the
And-
White Hats took them over, and I went back on.
Let me see.
Really? That's interesting, Andrew, because not for nothing, I left, you know what I left up there? My American flag. And also like pray for America, this and that. And you look like you probably post a lot of patriotic stuff,
Oh,
right?
yeah, come back,
That's interesting.
come back and find me.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to, right?
the good guys have taken it over. There's still a couple of secrets about Facebook that they don't want people to know,
Yeah,
but
they're
yeah,
up to no
they're
good.
totally taking it over. I don't know. I got to ask about Zuckerberg because I don't like him.
Oh, he's
You
a,
know that Facebook was created as a DARPA.
yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mhm. Because
I thought
people
that-
willingly give the information. And now after 10 years of being on it, I was like, I'm so stupid.
Right.
Why
I
did I do
felt the
that?
same way. And I just did it to keep in
Ugh.
touch with nephews from college and I should have known better.
You saw the kitties? Okay. Aw, I
Let me
can't
see
believe
about
it.
Good old Zuckerbucks. I don't like him.
Zuckerbucks.
That's
Did
what I
you get
call
to-
him. Oh,
that's
literally, I got the 5 of cups, which means that he's hiding something really nicely. Oh, but hey, we got the lover. So yeah, he's definitely going by the wayside. And then I got the hermit,
Right.
which is like great. It's
right.
my like spiritual card. So he's going on a spiritual quest. I'll put it that way.
My God, baby.
Interesting.
Yes, he's going on a spiritual quest that's brought on by our friends, the military.
yeah.
Wow.
He doesn't have a choice in this spiritual quest at all.
Right.
Things are
Now, what
totally
about,
coming to an end for him. He doesn't even have a choice of switching sides or not.
Yeah.
He's gone, you guys.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh.
what we're seeing are one of many clones, they're
Mhm.
telling me. So I'll go with that.
I think
That was freaking funny. Yeah, he's going on a spiritual quest brought to you by the military.
that's great. What about his friend, the one that just got stepped
Oh,
down?
Jack.
What a
Jack.
good
I think
old
Jack
Jack, dopey.
on for a long time, but I just saw a video of the real Jack. That clone
Yeah.
Jack is nothing like him. Or whoever they had playing him.
Soy boy, they call
Yeah.
him.
Oh my God, that's funny. Okay. Yeah. Let me
When
see.
he's
here.
I love when
Oh.
Ted Cruz tells him off. That's my favorite.
So I
That was
got the
one of my favorites.
I got the Wheel of Fortune card with him. So something
Ah.
might have changed on a dime. Oh, he was going really
Yeah.
strong. Now he's
Good.
going through a gateway. He's putting a lot of thought into things. He's somewhere for a while thinking on
Really?
things.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Interesting.
yeah. He's going to be there a really long time. He cut a deal. I'm going to
Mhm.
say for life, because I got that deal card again, the 2 of Pentacles, which means you kind of got a balance. Yeah, he took a deal.
Okay.
He took a deal. He's sitting in a cell for the rest of his life, enjoying sunshine somewhere. You know,
Uh-huh.
just I'll put it that way.
That's great. What about wait, I have one for you. What did you do last time? Oprah or Orca, as my
Oh,
husband.
God, I call her Harpo. Sorry,
Harpo.
Purple.
Orca.
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 Okay. I know that she had that foot thing on forever. So let's
Right.
see. I just found out someone was saying, I don't even know where I heard it, but it was on one of the podcasts or Telegram that her whole history is made up.
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
Okay, right now
lot
she's
of them.
covered in secrets.
Mm,
Interesting. She also has a lot of choices to make of a spiritual nature. She's got many choices to make right now, but she's under duress. So she's
Okay.
totally.
her and her best friend Gail.
She's
from
gone.
CBS.
She's gone. She's
Yeah.
gone. I got like 3 10s right in the row.
Good.
And the hermaphrodite. Yeah, she's gone. So she's exploring her spiritual side on
Mhm.
the other side. That's full of secrets because we're not meant to know what happens on the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, she's off.
Mhm.
She's off. Who you're seeing is CGI or
Yeah.
really bad clone. I haven't seen it in a
Interesting.
long time, but like all of a sudden she's like, did you notice like in pictures, she fluctuates an odd 50 or 60 pounds here and there. from day to day.
Yes. And that funny meme that someone put up. I don't know, but she looks angry.
No, I haven't seen that meme. I'll have to look for it, but I've just noticed like
what's
different
his name?
pictures.
Oh God. The one from Pulp Fiction. Oh,
Oh, okay.
can't think of his name. Not John Travolta, the other guy.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like him, put a wig on it.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's
It's like, I don't know, but he's angry.
That's funny.
It was hysterical. I was like, this one was great, classic. I haven't
Yeah.
seen a good one like that in a while. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's
be so
funny.
interested to see when they all really, when this movie's over. I just want to see the whole movie, but I really want to know how the movie was made. I can't decide which I want to see more, how it was made or the movie.
Right? The behind the scenes.
Right. I want to be like, well, we've been behind the scenes, I guess, when you think about it, but I want to know all the behind the scenes.
Me too.
Yeah.
You think we'll ever know? I hope so.
Oh, we
Maybe
will. You
that-
know, somebody told me that MK Ultra records are going to be released too.
That
That
would be fascinating.
would be
Let me ask the cards that
interesting
about
to
Yeah.
see.
when we should,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
if that's going to happen and when we should
Yeah.
expect.
That's a
because
good
we all,
question.
we all know we're
Mhm.
facing the Fourth Reich here, and then we all know they kept
Oh, they
great
kept
records,
going.
you know.
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's interesting. I got the magician card, which would make sense because MK Ultra, that's what they do.
It's
They
magic.
magically take you away.
Yeah.
Then we got the
Illusion.
tower card coming, so we're expecting a big
Crashing
crash
down.
imminently. Then
Really
I
bad.
got, then we got the old 7 of Wands, which if you saw it, it's a person like wrapped in ace bandages, like we can't see you, we can't hear you. It's almost like the see no evil, speak no evil, feel no evil.
Right. Right.
But it's more
That's-
like, yeah, they're under a lot of duress, Andrew. The FBI
Oh,
totally pulling it out because then I get my ace of
good.
cups card, which is Trump. All the secrets will be revealed because we got the 3 of
Right.
Pentacles again, excuse me. And then we got the
Mm-hmm.
Empress, which is many. So many, many, many multiple secrets are coming out about everybody. So they're going
You
to
think-
find out just how MK Ultra everybody is. What?
Mhm. You think that they're gonna break up the CIA and the FBI eventually?
Okay, right now they're under a lot of duress, both of
Yeah.
those agencies. They're totally taking them down. Yes.
Because we do
ending.
have good and we do have bad. I mean,
Yes, but they're ending. Yeah.
I don't know
they're
what to
gonna end.
think anymore, right?
I
Like
think they're
this
going to
is
be
tough,
split into a million different pieces, like JFK said.
right?
Take them and splinter them into a million pieces.
Yes.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
They gotta be for us. That's it. It's like,
Yeah,
come
but
on
they're
now.
not.
They
But the
sold
MK
us
Ultra
out.
thing is going to be super interesting because I've always thought that my whole life. I'm like, when you get in that spot where you're just like, I've been here before. What's
Yes.
going like it's like deja vu for yourself, but it's weird.
Mhm.
I'm like, I've had this conversation before. Why is this happening again? I think we've all been, excuse my language, mind fucked for a long time.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I say that every day.
Yep.
It's so
Yep.
true. And it's
Yes.
funny, even when I was 19? Yeah, when I was 19, the one who did my tarot cards was my mom's best friend, Cecilia. Now, Cecilia unfortunately had a stroke and she's nonverbal now. So it's hard for her
Right.
to communicate. But like, say if I've talked to her daughters and I call and she's on the phone, she'll moan to me and I
Yes.
miss you.
Right.
And, I kind of communicate from my heart, I guess, with her. And I went to Austria with her at 19 years old because she was going on a business trip and she was working for, I think it's one of the banks that something's going on with now. And that's kind of weird because I wouldn't have chosen Austria.
No,
That
but what a
was
great
like my first
experience.
time to go to Europe, but it was pretty
Yeah.
cool. And I only stayed 4 days because I got into a little argument with her. She was like, you know what it was? She felt guilty that she couldn't bring her own kids. And I had a full-time job. I was able to pay for myself and, like do this as my first trip, away without my father or anything like that. So
Right.
it was like awkward. Yeah. And then like the relationship was never the same after that, sadly. But
Yeah.
I kept
Well,
in
while
touch.
oh, sorry, I didn't mean to
No,
interrupt
it's
you.
okay.
When you brought up banking, I'm like, I'm going to pull cards on banking while you were
Yeah.
talking. So
Yeah,
the banking
cool.
system is ending. A lot of the CEOs are on their way to the spa.
Mhm.
Several of them have cut deals. It was very bad. It was very
Yeah.
bad.
Mhm.
Trump's in charge, and I got 2 aces and the emperor at the end. So he's totally in charge going forward.
Yeah,
So you're gonna see
that's
big changes coming in all of banking. And I think
Good.
that all ties into the QFS system.
Good. That's a good thing.
Because you just said that about a big bank, and I used to work for Chase way back in the day before.
So did my
you know,
mother-in-law.
before-
Wow.
Yeah, before I knew how bad
Yeah.
they were. I've worked for a lot of banks, and it's just not
Wow.
good. So that's interesting to me.
Yeah, in her early 20s. Yeah, she did. She worked for the bank. That's so funny to
Yeah,
say.
it's like one of the weird jobs because like all I had was a high school diploma and 1 year of college. But man, I made my way up the banking and
Good for
investment
you.
ladder. Well,
That's-
it was good at the time. I was very proud of myself, and now I'm like I could kick myself because I always knew there was something wrong with
Right.
having to lie to people on the phone about their money, but you did it
Right.
because it's your job,
Exactly. You didn't know
But I'm like that excuse isn't going to cut it for anybody who's
I know.
going on trial here for anything.
True. Yeah, what's gonna happen with like all our doctors and
Oh, let me ask. 'Cause that's going
right?
to be interesting. I
Are they
think there's
gonna
got to be some good ones left, but
Yeah, I'm praying for that because this is like so heartbreaking. to
it
see that.
is. It's just it's going to be more. It's interesting. I'm going to ask about doctors first, and I'm going to ask about pharmaceuticals because I think they're
Yeah.
just all evil.
Thank you. Oh, this is
Yeah.
great. Thank you, Andrew, for hooking us up. This is so much fun.
Well, I think a
Thank
lot of
you.
other people like it too.
Yeah, this is great conversation.
Okay, so a lot of them are going down. Right now, they're in a period. I got the 2 of swords, which if you ever see it, it's like a guy sitting with a blindfold on with 2 crossed
Yes,
swords. There's
like-
been some
Mhm.
angst over this, and we also got the 2 of pentacles, so people are cutting some deals. In the background, we got the victory card, so the good guys are
Mhm.
rounding them up. a while ago, most of them who are bad.
Good.
I'm just, hold on just a second here. Yeah, then we got the okay. Yeah, most of them, I'm gonna go, because I got a 7 of Wands. I'm gonna say about 70% of the medical profession as you see it now is going to end.
Mhm.
So I don't know,
Yes.
hold on just a minute. Yeah, we got the night. Yeah, they're being taken by the good guys. So they've been on the bad side of things, like they got into it just for the money,
Oh, yeah.
you
Mhm.
know?
Agreed.
So now I'll do it on because I'm more concerned about the drugs, because a lot of these drugs that people have been on or
Yeah.
have to be on it's not something you want to go right off of. Let's say it that way. Like withdrawal's
Mhm.
a bitch. If you've ever watched, like back in the day,
Mhm.
any rehab show, they ain't
Yeah.
lying,
It's not
and
good. Yeah.
okay, so they've totally, so far we got the Ace of Pentacles, which means the good guy took over, and then I have the Justice card, so the
Nice.
bad guys are gonna face justice.
Good.
Yeah,
Justice
and we
needs
got the
to
Knight of
be-
Wands in the background, which again is also like a good military card to me. And we got
Right.
Temperance in the middle, so we got to have a little bit of patience while the whole
Yeah.
thing kind of plays out, and they're kind of pinning one against the other, so to speak, to see which one's going to be worse. Like, do they want to do prison? But
Yeah.
everything's going to come out okay. About, I'm going to say it'll all go down within about 3 months, 3 to 5 months. And
Cool.
the whole old system is going to end,
Good.
and all new systems coming up in the background. And that's going to be super good. But there are going to be some people that are going to be stuck in the old ways.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna be
it
hard
might
for
it's going to be hard on them, but I have a feeling like your prescription drugs now are going to become the street drugs of the future. And like the pot and the street drugs might become legal. Does that make sense? Like a total
Yeah.
flip? Like
Yeah.
pot
True.
is good for you. It's been shown to be good for you,
Right.
and now,
It's
but
true.
the feds bought it. They bought all the rights to it.
Right.
My
Yeah.
research says
This
that
is the-
cannabis raises consciousness.
It does.
Yeah.
It helps everything in your body.
Yeah.
And so do a lot of drugs. There's one that starts
Mhm.
with an A that's used in like sweat lodges in like Native America, ashwagandha or something like
Ashwana?
that.
Yeah, I've heard of that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's like,
Ayahuasca.
thank
I
you.
tried.
Thank you. I can never say it right. But they
Yeah,
send you
I
on
have
like your own
cheese.
vision quest that drug is supposed to do. But I mean, like even look
Yeah.
back in like our grandparents' day, like you gave a baby Coke or cough medicine, it had literal cocaine in it,
Yeah, that's right.
which maybe it's not bad for you. We were raised thinking it was horrible. Maybe it's not as bad as the drugs that are on the market now, because it's like I keep getting the wheel of fortune. You know what I mean? Everything's gonna flip.
Put synthetics in it. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
Like
Right.
with
And poisoning people.
the poisoning, yeah, with certain stuff like, oh, great, when you pick up an apple, what's in an apple? Obviously, you're eating an apple, but if you're gonna buy like the juices, you notice 100% juice, or no, this is concentrated.
It's
Oh,
concentrated, and what does it have in
yeah.
it? Natural
Yeah.
flavors. Do you know
Mhm.
what that means now?
I'm scared. It's probably not good.
It's not. Do you want to know what it means or not?
Tell me. Is it that Synvix thing? Not Synvix. what the heck?
Cinemix.
Yeah, what is that? That don't look. Ugh. I haven't.
Well, it gets
bought
kind of gory, but let's say it's young people that have been taken off the earth plane
Yeah.
that's gone down the drain a little bit, or that needs to be processed somehow other than their rituals goes in there, or like
Yeah.
into pig feed,
Mm-hmm.
to the fields, into fertilizer. There is nothing organic right now at all on the earth.
Terrible.
So
Terrible.
that's why cleansing's coming.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why I've always had stomach issues too, because even when I was a kid, it was a lot worse then.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was eating the McDonald's, I was eating Roy Rogers, I was eating pizza. Ugh.
Right. Like when
And
we were,
it's not
we
that
were
I was
lucky to get
heavy,
a
but I just
pizza.
felt horrible.
Yeah, it felt
And
wrong.
I did. I had like IBS like my whole life, and it's terrible. And now it's true. Like what you put into your body, more fish, mix it around, some meat, and
Yep.
was
Lots of
veggie.
vegetables, and yeah, and I'm a big fruit eater, but I grew up with a family who owned a farm. So
Oh,
we
nice.
pretty much didn't do pesticides and crap. It was just like
Right.
cow manure was your fertilizer, which I thought was
Mhm.
super weird at the time, but not as weird as what I've been hearing lately. So we're good.
Right. True. Yeah.
Do you have any
Smell
other
the fertilizer in the morning.
Yeah.
Like when we go to
Um,
Pennsylvania.
I
Love
kind of
that.
wanted to know about this flap between General Flynn and Lynn
Yes.
Wood.
Good question. Good
I think
question.
it's kind of fake, but
I think it's fake too. I'll pull some cards, but I think it's fake. And you should pull some
Yeah.
angel cards on it, Valerie, because those
Yeah,
might.
you want me to? I will.
Yeah,
Sure. Let me do that. Let me get this and put this here.
yeah, because I get kind of quick with the cards. So you pull your angel
Mhm.
card. Oh, Andrew, we got the magician and then the ace of swords. So they're working for the good guys. It's all just an
Timing is
optical
good.
illusion. There's going to be many different stories coming out about them
Mhm.
because then I get the Empress who's plentiful. So,
Mhm.
and then we got the Tower card is all crashing. So they're doing it on purpose.
Message, and this one is timing.
And they try to be secretive and make it look like they're under a bit of duress, but they're not. It all works out for
Mhm.
the good. That's what I get from my
I'm
cards.
gonna ask about
Now
that too.
angel cards.
that's exactly
love
what I
that.
thought. We'll see what the angels say.
Yeah, let's see. Ready now.
You guys are gonna love these cards. These angel cards are amazing.
Nice. Okay. Everything comes in. Perfect timing.
Of course it does.
There you go. Let's see what the next one. Come on, tell us. Okay. In the next few weeks.
You'll find out how fake it was. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I love that. That looks like the guardian angel, like when they,
It does. And you got the light in the center, which to me means God.
yes.
Like the light by the trees is
There's
God.
that castle. Looks like,
Yeah.
too.
And they're both God-fearing men. So I don't think they'd go at this publicly like that.
True. That's how I feel. Absolutely. And they are. They're walking up to
God.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the children, we're doing it for the kids.
Yep.
Check them.
I think it's a diversion. There's something big moves coming in the
It
background.
is. Like I
I
got the
think so,
Tower
too.
card. Yeah.
Mhm.
That
There's
means a big
one more
crash.
with that.
Yep,
Now it's
let's
telling
see
us
it.
to take action, but that
See,
again,
you're right, Andrew. You're
See?
right.
it's up to us. I guess because we have to let it be known. We're the
You
ones
do.
talking about it.
Right. And we
And to
both
keep it
basically
out.
pulled the same cards, just in different ways.
That's
That's awesome.
awesome. Wow.
Mhm.
That is so cool. And that's a unicorn, I
Is
think.
that a unicorn? I was just going to say it's
Yeah.
magical and it's mysterious.
I love it. Yeah, right here.
It's
Aw,
beautiful.
I like that. And he's getting ready with his sword. Or is he?
Oh,
he's
they're going to
throwing
have to be
something.
ready.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that one. That was pretty cool. What'd you get? You too? You got the same ones?
Yeah, I said it right before you were pulling them. I'm sorry. I got like the same
Awesome.
thing that
No,
they're
that's
not,
okay.
that they're on the side of the good guys. They're being like
Yeah.
magicians because I pulled the magician card. Like they're just putting it out there to make it seem like they're inviting. And I
Yeah.
got the Tower card. So it's going to come to a head
It is.
and explode, which it
Yeah.
kind of is. And it all works out for the best. And they are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We have to keep positive. That's
You
it.
have
You
to.
gotta stay positive, stay in the light, and not get distracted.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Was-
Flynn and Wood are totally in the light and they're just doing
Mhm.
it to distract bad guys
I
or to
think
help the
so.
children.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too, because the moment he said that, and also with the Tucker interview, of course, it was a little strange. How did he get on there Friday? Friday, the case ended, boom, he's on there Monday. Really? Like, I get it that he may have the #1 show, but we're also like leery
We're in a-
about him.
We're in a
So I'm
movie.
not sure. With Fox and everything.
Oh,
And
don't you-
I know, it's crazy. That, and now I heard that Newsmax and OAN, somebody's taking a position at the FCC that they want to be more cut off, the good people. I
that's
can't,
gonna be super interesting because I don't
Right.
think it's gonna go that way.
maybe it's just to bring it out more, to expose them, like, see, they're gonna shut you up anyway, so why even try? Right? Like to try and make us think we're losing. Maybe.
It could be, but it just seems like such a jump that I almost think it's someone thinking they're gonna get one over
Yeah.
on the new way of life. Does that make
Mhm.
sense? Like they're a bad guy at heart. Let me put it
Yeah.
that way. They don't
No.
have a soul.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. That's
That's
interesting.
just gut feeling. I didn't pull cards on that one. That's just gut feeling.
Yeah.
I've got to get going here, you guys.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
all
it was
right.
so much
But
fun.
it was great to see you, Valerie, and thanks,
You
Andrew, for having me
too.
always.
We got to
I
do this
appreciate it.
again.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let me know how you do all this recording and stuff. You want to put it up on my Rumble? Maybe we could try and put it at 2 different places.
I could send you the file.
Yeah, please. And
That would
even
be great. I don't
maybe
even
if you want
have
to come
one.
on mine one day, because I'm starting to get, I want to get a following. We could do the
Yeah,
tarot
let me
cards,
know.
spirituality. I
Let
love
me
it.
know. Let me know.
That'll
We
be
can do that.
great. We'll be
All
like,
right, guys.
thank you so much. It was
Yeah,
so good
thank
to talk
you.
to you.
Hopefully I'll
Have
see
a
you guys
great
at the meeting
weekend.
tonight. You too.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see. I'll see how things go tonight. I'll try and
Yeah.
jump on and say hi.
Sounds
Yeah,
good. All right, guys. Bye.
great.
Bye,
Bye.
Mary.
Bye for now, Mary.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, nice. Hey, Andrew, do you want any more? Should I do any more?
If you want to,
Sure.
that's up
Let's
to
do
you.
it. Got a question?
Yeah, I did. About the banking system. Wall Street's supposed to crash before we get anywhere. It's supposed to
That's right.
get out of our way. It's supposed to crash and burn so we can put something new in its place.
Yeah.
I was wondering
Let's
about
see.
Wall Street and stuff like that.
Let's check. This is the timing ones. Check with that. Interesting. Yeah, I want to know too. That's interesting. How crazy. That, and with that crypto thing, that I don't know too much about it, but they're saying, oh, now it's a black hat. Now it's a this, it's a that. What I watch on the shows, like, like on History or something, when they touched upon that, they were saying that it's in Switzerland or something somewhere, and it's like a hub of all computers. So who's in charge of that, right? Like, is it the World Wide Web? Like, what exactly is it that people could get away and use crypto for certain things? Like, I don't know. I don't get like it's a good thing. I'm not sure about it though. I don't know. You know anything about the
Well,
crypto stuff?
I know a lot about it. I did a show with
Yeah.
a guy named Robert Dunlop on a coin
Right.
called Meta One Coin. It's the only crypto coin that's actually backed by gold.
Okay, good.
So
Well, that's a good thing.
I would say if anybody wants to research crypto, to look at my video
Mhm.
and research the Meta One Coin, and they have a white paper,
Right.
and you can read their white paper. And that show didn't turn out to be anything really about the coin. It was about exiting the matrix.
Get out.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, Valerie, you should
I
really
gotta
watch
see it.
it.
I gotta watch that one.
It's on my
Let's
Rumble and
see.
BitChute.
Now for the whatchamacallit, the financial system,
Yeah.
right? We were looking about that. It's saying don't stop. Okay. I guess to alert people. Because he has that beautiful angel sounding the trumpet. The trumpets.
Oh, I think he
Could
means
be.
people are buying GameStop and holding it. I think
Could
that has something to do
be.
with it.
And to choose a new direction. Yeah, this one's pretty. I like that.
Wow.
Cool. Interesting. It looks like they're standing together and he's using the wand.
That's beautiful.
Choose a new direction. Let's see. Because about the finance, because people are worried, they're curious. They want to know. I want to know.
They're dying to know.
The time has come to choose a new direction for life, for your life. The circumstances that you find yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. You know that there is something more out there in the world for you. And you've been procrastinating, following the guidance of your angels. Make a conscious choice to be the person you are meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you in the direction of your divine life purpose. Begin taking steps immediately toward a happier future. Okay. Well, looking more into it, educating yourself is always good, right? For anything.
Definitely.
That's what we're all going through. I'm learning so much. This is great. And then it says no. So maybe it's not going to crash in the way like we're thinking like the 1929 one.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be something different, maybe because of the quantum.
Yeah, it's going to be replaced, right?
Yeah. So it could be. And our angels know. They're definitely, because usually when I get the no call, the no card, it's telling me that sometimes it's just not ready yet. You know, it's in the works, but they're around, they're listening to this and they see what's going on. Interesting. With the no, because there's like 2 no cards and then I think like 2 or 3 yes cards. Let's see. Yeah, I just got this one a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty cool. And I think I want to get the spirit guide one. I listened to a nice girl on YouTube. Oh, what's her name? The spirit animal totems. Yeah, she's good. She's from Florida. Very cool.
Yeah, you could do this on your own, Valerie. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I like it.
I would encourage you, definitely.
Oh, thank you. That's pretty cool. You know why? Because I'm not around anybody anymore. You know, like I've been a stay-at-home mom for how many years now, that only when I go to parties or if I'm out and about shopping, whatever, I connect with people. Or when I was on Facebook, I join in a conversation with groups. I used to go live on my Facebook page too and talk about like homeschooling and school and different things going on in life. And then that was it. Once they started shadow banning me, I was like, I'm not staying on here. I gotta move on. But it's hard with this stuff.
You could go back like I did.
Maybe. I still have the instant message on there too. But I gotta look into it. I'm gonna see. If it is getting better, that would be nice. Because then I maybe can talk to people. Maybe we can plant that seed.
Yeah, like I said, they let me back on. So
that's great.
I was literally banned. They axed my whole account for over a year.
I believe it. Terrible. They did that to a lot of people. It's awful. Even were you in any of the like the Trump supporting ones? Like, because I was in a couple of them before I left. Yeah,
I started.
That was nice. There was a lot of them. And then it's like, check on here. And then I found like when certain people would post memes, they're like, cannot see, or, you know, they cut you off. Terrible.
Yeah, but my thing was, I was on there doing a lot more than just talking about politics. I had pages that talked about Niagara Falls and Eternal Flame Falls.
Right.
And I provided normal content.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I had 6,000 people following me on those 2 pages.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big following too.
You know
that's
how hard
nice.
it is to get that many followings on Facebook, because they won't give them to you. You have to pay for them, and I did not pay them.
No way. Nah, when you're naturally talented, if they came to you, people wanted to hear what you were saying. That was good. Me too. And I used to sit there and go, look through my thing, like, how did I meet this person? And it's kind of funny that you've probably met people through the other groups that I've met, like when I used to go on the one, it was called like the World Autism one. And it was adults and also parents of children that are on the spectrum. So I connected with people from Australia, London, and all over, like America, Texas. I have friends, like, just to keep people in the know and be on the same wavelength with things, what was going on with schools. And they were all feeling the same thing, except when it came to politics. It was because of the mainstream media that made us all, divide us and get into conversations and arguments. Like, I'm the nicest person when I go on there. Now I'm getting into confrontation because you disagree on what I posted or something I said. Like, it was getting stupid. It really was. It was sad. Because that's not me. I'd rather be happy-go-lucky and, I'll pray for you. That's all. I left it all. All right, I'll pray for you.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible. They're just in such a rut. Even like with certain friends from 30 years ago that I went to school with since kindergarten, they were like, oh, how can you say that? The fact checkers are saying that this is correct. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, they're not real, they're fake checkers. They're not fact checkers. It's terrible. But that's what it is. I guess we had to find each other. We had to find our tribe. Because every time I'd watch Simon, I'd sit there and go, I think there's others that think like me. There's gotta be, because why would they try so hard to keep this secret? Like, they're doing a good job of it, but sorry, we are on to you.
Yeah, I've always known all my life there was something wrong.
Right?
Always.
Something different. Something was weird. It's
Mhm.
true. Even with schooling, with our history. Because my dad too, I asked him yesterday, I said, Dad, you didn't learn about the World War II and the concentration camps and all different things. Of course we did. And he said, I used to have to go into the bomb shelter, go under our desks when we were in school. I said, okay, but what about like what Mel K talks about? 6 million Jews, right, were killed. But who do you think worked for them? Right? Like there were 1 million that took part in that. And they were teachers, they were scientists, they were doctors, unfortunately, and nurses. And they went home to their families. So they didn't think they were doing anything wrong. And it's sad that like we have, professionals in our family, and it's like, I just hope you're not giving it, like they don't know.
No.
They don't know that they're doing wrong.
And even amongst us, there's people that don't know what really happened. There's a guy that named Ryushin Malone who says that aliens came down and took all those Jews. They weren't really gassed. They were traded for technology.
Right.
That's what he says. And he has facts and stuff to prove it. I kind of believe him.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff is coming out now too, because I noticed they're trying to squeeze it into mainstream media. Do you watch Travel Channel at all?
I don't have cable.
Mysteries Museum. Oh, all right. There's a cool show that you could probably find online too. They have it on like clips with YouTube. There was a time traveler guy on, and he was young, and he said that the Men in Black came to him at his high school, and they took him, and he went into the future, right? And then he came back with a map that he mapped out of the United States. And this is interesting. He turns around and he says, they did the test on him too, if he was lying or not, right? He agreed to it. The question that was asked, who won the 2020 election? And he said Trump. And then they go to like, the person that's like doing the show. Oh, well, obviously, they just like put the music on. Obviously, he didn't know, like that. And meanwhile, I was sitting there going, yeah, he does know.
He does know.
He does know that's
funny.
It's true.
That's
and I'm
really
like, is this the white hats creeping it in little by little? Because that was the first time in months someone ever went down there to even mention that. And then, wow. And then like cover it up. And I noticed a lot of people must have went to YouTube like I did to go see it again. And when it replays, sometimes it's Thursday nights It's the paranormal caught on tape, I think. And yeah, you never know. They talk about that, and they talk about the aliens. They talk about Area 51. Very interesting.
Mhm.
You never know.
Well, I've heard people say that the White Hats took over Majestic 12 group. Do you know who Majestic 12 group is?
I've heard of it
They
vaguely.
when
Yeah.
the agreement was signed with the aliens in early 50s where they could
Mhm.
abduct us, there was a group called the Majestic 12 that was formed to control it all, and they
Right.
were high level Illuminati. Well, the
Mhm.
White Hats took over that. They infiltrated that group, and they started
Mhm.
putting on shows like Star Trek and stuff like that in the late
Yes,
50s and early 60s, and they've been doing it right along.
I believe it. I've heard. Yeah, now that you said that, that does ring a bell. With Eisenhower's granddaughter, is
Mhm. Yeah.
that? Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
So
do find that
they've been
interesting.
spoon feeding us for a long time.
Definitely. And it's true, if it's all been controlled by dark hats, then of course we're just gonna always sit there and go, no, but we were told, we watched it on TV. No, now it's time to say, there's something else besides that. They're just telling us things. It's crazy
Yeah.
with all
Well,
these things coming out,
when I was 9, I saw 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it hit me
right?
right between the eyes. We're not from Earth.
Right?
You know?
Hmm. Yeah. And a lot of our minerals, where's it all come from? Space, gold, right? The other one, this plutonium, like all the different elements, I guess, right? Comes from outer space. Interesting. Yeah, that's
Very
cool.
interesting. Well, it's been
Yeah.
a great show, Valerie.
Yes, it has been.
You
Looking
probably got
forward
other
to it.
things to do.
Yes. You have a good night. I'll
Okay.
see you if you're on later. I'm gonna try and get on later. Thank
Yep.
you so much. It was so nice to talk to you, Mary. I hope to do this again.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome. You can contact Mary anytime. I think you two have a
Thanks.
lot to talk about.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Great. You have a great night. Thank you. Bye, guys.